Hey everyone, this is Aaron St. Dennis, the FF Mad Scientist, and welcome to the Mad Science Lab podcast. Choking on my own tongue here. It's off to a good start. I got Jesse with me today, and we are here to do the NFL Week 10 Fantasy Football AFC home game preview. How's it going, Jesse?
It's good. Still out of it. Daughter's home for Veterans Day. We are enjoying the time together, but as always with her, it's chaotic. So the house is just an upheaval at the moment. So yeah, it's been fun.
I love those. We don't have that. It's Remembrance Day over here, not Memorial Day. We don't have it. The kids and everyone are in school. At work, we used to get it, but we traded it to have. We can trade our holidays. So our union voted on it, and we traded it to get New Year's Eve instead.
So, yes, that's a good call.
Yeah, so we don't have the day off. I do, however, there's a PA day for something next Friday. So my kid gets next Friday off instead. So yay me.
Yeah, oh yeah, you win.
Alrighty, I guess let's get into it here. We're going to start by previewing Texans at Bengals, which is a surprisingly good game. Not what you would have expected coming in. The QBs we've got are Burrow and Stroud. It is 14th best matchup for Burrow. You're starting him as a high-end 1. I have him as my QB2 this week. 10th best matchup for CJ Stroud, also starting him as a QB1. I believe I have him as QB5. I do. So 2 of the top 5 QBs in this in the week are in this matchup for me. What do you think here?
Yeah. Is it showing up for you on the screen? Because I'm looking at the screen right now, and there's no matchup guide thing like at all there. It's just the picker background. So either my computer's messed up or
it's showing on mine. It's not.
Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, mine's just being stupid. All right. So, anyways, I'll go.
Let me try again. Let me add it back and see if that does it. Now it's not showing on mine at all. That's odd.
Yeah, that's what I was dealing with. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, what's showing on mine? Weird. I don't know. That was weird. Anyways, go ahead. Talk about what you're saying. I'm going to see if I can figure out what the hell the problem is.
Stroud's a monster. Like, I don't know what else to tell people. Like, he's incredible. He's on pace for like 4,800 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's been anything we ever could have asked for. So if you have Stroud, I don't care. Like, he's not just an auto start at this point. He's too good not to start. Like that game last week was just absurd watching it. And then Burrow's finally healthy. It doesn't look like he's. Oh, there it is. Hey, we're back. We were back, baby.
That's weird. You know what it is? I hit the button up there to full screen it, and it was showing up on my end, but not on yours. Apparently, StreamYard doesn't like when I full screen it to cut out the borders here. Like I wanted that the edge where you see the plus minus. I tried to cut that out, and I didn't like it.
Weird. That's so strange. Weird. But yeah, Burrow's back. Like he's making plays on the run. He's hitting dimes. Like he's doing everything we expected him to do. It just took him about 6-7 months with that injury, or not much weeks with that injury. So yeah, he has Chase because Chase practiced today, so I'm expecting Chase to play. If he didn't have Chase or Higgins, I would be a bit worried, but let's get a bump Boyd up for him. So yeah, Burrow's still QB2. Like the matchup's great for him, and you're thrilled with either one of these guys this week. I would say so myself.
All right. At running back, we have the 14th best matchup for the Texans, 9th best matchup for the Bengals. I'm starting Mixon as he's my RB12. It's kind of a volume issue, but it's an elite volume, so you got to start him. I am a little bit torn here. I have Devin Singletary ranked as RB23, and I don't know where I have Dameon Pierce. Pierce is RB way down there. Pierce is in the 40s for me, so... my projections seem to think that they like what's his name, Singletary far better. So that's interesting.
Oh, I see that weird. Yeah, so Damian, he's on like an injury list for me. So like I need to check why he's on the injury list. Like I thought he was healthy, but I don't know. I might be missing.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that. See, when I was scrolling for him, the first thing that popped into my head is that I have him lower because I have him flagged as injury risk. Or injured, possibly missing the game. So if you say he's injured, that makes sense as to why I have him so much lower, because I think when I wrote these, I expected him to miss the game. So let me double check.
Yeah, I checked the injury report. He injured his ankle, so he missed practice with an ankle injury yesterday. So he might not play. I don't know. It just helps Singletary out. So
that's what. That's part of my formula. I use it on the RotoWire practice reports. So and he has 2 consecutive DNPs. So right when he has more DNPs than LPs or full practices, I list him as unlikely to play, and that's why he has tanked in mine. So I forget exactly what my algorithm there is, but I would assume back-to-back DNPs, even if you practice once, I probably have him in the like 25% likelihood of playing. That's why you're probably getting 1/4 of the projection here, which is why he is at 47 as opposed to Singletary, like I said, being 23. So I am projecting Singletary to be the lead back in this one and no Pierce.
Thoughts? Yeah, me too. Interestingly enough, it's gonna bump him up into the like above the 30 range for me. I have him 33. He was kind of just sitting there, but
Pierce or Singletary?
Singletary. He was sitting at 30. Pierce is like well below that.
Yeah.
But like he's kind of just off my list. So like I'm gonna push him into the 20s. Like if he's officially out and ruled out, like I'll just bump him up a little bit more. So you have top 30 running back. Like you're happy with it. You can flex him, go with that. On the flip side, Joe Mixon gets like the best volume in the NFL, so it's really hard to take him out of the RB1 conversation each week, just because he gets like an 80% opportunity share. He's in like the 75% snap share. Like he gets everything you want. It's just kind of inefficient volume. It's more similar to like Rachaad White, but it's a good matchup, and you just fire him up like it should. He just needs to find touchdowns. That's what we need with Mixon.
At receiver, 3rd worst matchup for the Bengals, 17th best for the Texans. I am going to make some changes at some point, but I worked today, so I haven't got to factor in today's practice reports. Some of them aren't even out. So I have Jamar Chase at 7. That's probably going to hold tight. I have T. Higgins right now at 11. That's going to drop because it looks like he's DNP again today. So once that's factored into the ranking, he's going to drop into the 20s, I would imagine. As far as Houston receivers, I have Nico as my highest. He's at 23. Tank Dell is at 26. Those will both probably go up a bit, but like I said, I anticipate Higgins bumping down, which will probably bump Boyd up. Boyd for me right now is in the 40s. He will bump up probably to a wide receiver 3. How about you?
Yeah, it's with Higgins, I've dropped it down to like wide receiver 33 this week. I'm kind of basically just treating him as out, so he's just going to keep falling this
Me
week.
too. I haven't had time to update today. I was waiting for after work today. I'll see the last practice reports, and then he'll be bumped down for me too.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth with the Houston receivers with Tank Dell and Nico Collins. I actually currently have Nico 2 spots ahead of Tank Dell, or sorry, Tank Dell 2 spots ahead of Nico. But like I have not made up my mind on how to go with those guys. They're both like low end wide receiver 2s for me this week, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to play them. But right now, that's where I'm settled with those 2 at. But yeah, like you have 3 guys you can throw in your lineup for sure, and then the injury to Higgins, Boyd's going to make it 4. So realistically, you can play Boyd. It's just there just really isn't much of a ceiling with Boyd. He's like a Michael Thomas plus in this game, where he's going to get volume and he's going to give you 10 to 15 points, and he'll be solid for you. So like you can play Boyd as well.
Tight ends, it's the 3rd best matchup for Irv Smith, who I'm not playing. 2nd best matchup for Dalton Schultz, who is currently my tight end 6 on the week. So I'm definitely playing him. The kickers, middle of the pack matchup for I still have Fairbairn listed for the Texans. I don't know if he plays. I don't think he plays. I think he's out multiple weeks, but either way, if it's not him, I'm not starting the Texans kicker. 15th best matchup for McPherson. He's probably someone you're going to have to start as a low-end 1. Let me look at my rankings. I feel like he's probably 9. Oh, no, I have him much higher. I'm at 5. So my formula likes this matchup, I guess. So I guess start McPherson. And then as far as DSTs, 3rd worst matchup for the Bengals, 6th worst matchup for the Texans. I don't really want to start either DSTs. And I'm looking at my rankings, hoping they're both outside the top 12 for me. And if not, they'll be moved down. They are both well outside the top 10 for me. Texans are 19. Bengals are 15. So, yeah, not great.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's just good offenses. This is the problem with good offenses who have really, really strong quarterbacks. Like, I'm terrified playing those guys.
Well, mediocre defenses doesn't help either. So,
no,
I'm playing offenses against defenses that are kind of bend, not break. They're not exactly what you would say elite or what you would call elite defenses.
Yeah, and
right,
just
got him
piggyback
next.
with Schultz, like he's at 20% target share, so like he's been really good in this offense. So I'm just gonna keep firing up each week at this point till it changes for him.